Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Harihi Om. Guru chant.
Jnanamulam Gururmurti Pujamulam Guruparam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gurukripa Nityam Shuddham Nirabhasam Nirakaram Niranjanam Nityabodham Chiranandam Guru Brahma Namamyaham. नमन करो मैं गुरु चरना
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 भव भय हरना वंदित 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 चरना
करण पनत जन शुभ चरना
करण प्रणत जन शुभ चरना
करण प्रणत जन शुभ चरना
करण प्रणत जन शुभ चरना
कलिमल हरना सब सुख कारण
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 अभय वितरना जगदोधरना
अभय वितरना जगदोधरना
अभय वितरना जगदोधरना
अभय वितरना जगदोधरना
पातक हरना भव भय हरना
आतंक हरना भव भय हरना
पातक हरना भव भय हरना
पातक हरना भव भय हरना
नमन करो मैं गुरु चरना
नमन करो मैं गुरु चरना
भव भय हरना वंदित 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 चरना
नमन करो मैं गुरु चरना।
बोलिए श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान
भगवान
की
की
जय. Namaskar everyone and welcome to the Hindu Prachaar Kendra's Sunday morning Satsang live from our Sri Ram Vijay Mandir located at Jalibia Trace, Raghunanan Road, Enterprise, Central Trinidad. It's a very wet and rainy morning here for us. So those of you who are here in the Mandir, we are very happy that you have braved this terrible weather to come and join us for Satsang. It was raining all night and we are just having these bursts of very, very hard rainfall. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are always delighted to have all of you with us in Satsang. And I know life can be very busy and very full of so many things to do, especially now that we are getting back to some measure of normalcy. But I want to urge you to not neglect your sadhana, your personal spiritual discipline. It should be ongoing and it should be regular so that you reap the full benefits. So whatever you have chosen to do as your sadhana, please ensure that you continue. And you know, Satsang affords us this opportunity every week, every Sunday morning, to spend some time in worship and learning so that we can keep the bhav in our lives. This is like our own community sadhana that's taking place. So I encourage you right now, if you have not done so, please share our satsang links as widely as you can. Share, so that others can join us in this weekly sadhana. So right away, let us get to the chanting of our morning mantra that we have been learning. The text will come up on the screen. You can follow, you can also listen and chant after us. This is our Dharti Pranam mantra. Again, I'm not going through the meaning. Hopefully by now you have understood why we are doing this and why it's important to do so. So you can follow Shantaji. If you can't remember what to do, we look at our hands and we speak to ourselves and we pray as we venture out into the world every day. Please repeat after me. Karagre vasate Lakshmi,
Karagre vasate Lakshmi,
Kar madhye Saraswati,
Kar madhye Saraswati,
Kar mule tu Govinda,
Kar mule tu Govinda,
Prabhate Kar darshanam,
Prabhate Kar darshanam,
Samudra vasane Devi,
Samudra vasane Devi,
Parvat sthanna mandale,
Parvat sthanna mandale,
Vishnu patni namastubhyam,
Vishnu patni namastubhyam,
Parasparsham chamasvame,
Parasparsham shamasvame.
Boliye Dharti Mata ki Jai. And please do make sure that you do the Dharti Pranam. So today, this morning, our satsang is all about the Guru, the spiritual mentor, about all our teachers as well by extension. Every home, every family, every individual should have the blessing of a Guru's noble guidance and presence. And in our dharmic civilization, this guru-shishya relationship, it's an institution, and it is very important to keep us well anchored in dharmic life and to maintain a balanced perspective, the right perspective of all our many human experiences in this samsara, in this world. Of course, the actual Guru Purnima day is when? On Wednesday. And we'll explore this important relationship and its associated traditions, the disciplines and protocols in between the bhajans and chants that we are sharing this morning in praise of the Guru. And we are starting with a stotram. Adi Shankaracharya, Bhagavatpad Adi Shankaracharya has composed and written many stotras. So this one in praise of the Paduka, the sandals of the Guru. It's actually a 9-verse stotram, but we are chanting only 5 this morning. And just to share the meaning very quickly with you, salutations to the Guru's padukas, the sandals, which is like a boat to help us to cross this endless, this vast ocean of samsara. It evokes a deep sense of devotion to my Guru as I worship it. And I worship the padukas, praying to be successful with my sadhanas, with my self-discipline. Salutations to the Guru's sandals, which is the ocean of knowledge, the water of which douses the fire of misfortunes of those who prostrate before it. Salutations to the Guru's sandals, which attracts us to his lotus-like feet, and it cures us from the illnesses born out of destructive desires. Now when we look at the Guru's Padukas, the Charana Paduka, we might wonder, what is all this about? It's just the Paduka, but it is a symbol. And we must always remember our tradition or dharma speaks to us often in symbols. There's no, if you think of the lineage, the line of all the gurus, it goes all the way up to whom? Guru lineage to Bhagwan himself. So we'll see that in a little while. So you can follow in the books, those of you who are here, the text will come up on screen. The refrain to chant while the puja is being done, and we are chanting. Please say Namo, Nama, Shri, Guru, Paduka Bhyam. Namo Namah Shri, Guru, Paduka Bhyam. Okay, so everyone will be chanting that at the end of each verse twice. Boliye Guruji Maharaj ki jai. And Bhavani ji will do the worship for the Charana Padukas. Ananta samsar samudra tara nauka itabhyam guru bhakti rabhyam vairagya samrajya pujanabhyam
Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam.
Kavitva varashini shakarabhyam Daurbhagya davam buramalikabhyam Duri kritanam ravipattitabhyam.
Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam.
Nataya yo Shri patitam samiyuhu Kadachirapyam Shuraredravalyah Mukasya vachas patitam hitabhyam.
Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam.
Nali kanika shapadahrutabhyam Nana vimoha dinivarikabhyam Namah janabhishatati pradabhyam.
Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam.
Nripali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti Sarir Virajat Shashakanyakabhyam Nripatvanamyam Natalokapante.
Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam. Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam.
बोलिए गुरुजी महाराज की जय. सियापति रामचंद्र की, उमापति महादेव की, जगदम्बे माता की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. जय श्री राम. So a little info in between all the chants that we are doing. So Guru Purnima, it is also called Vyas Purnima. Okay, two names, Guru Purnima and Vyas Purnima. Why Vyas Purnima? It's because that day is also celebrated and commemorated as the birth anniversary of Veda Vyas, the compiler of the Vedas and author of the Mahabharata and many of our other Shastras. Now, Guru Purnima, it's also a very important day for the Buddhists because after about a month of his enlightenment at Bodh Gaya is in Bihar, Gautama Buddha, he journeyed to Sarnath, which is about 250 kilometers away in Uttar Pradesh, very on the outskirts of Varanasi. And this is where he gave his first discourse and started his teaching to his first 5 Shishyas at Sarnath on Guru Purnima day. So I thought this is interesting information for you to also know. And how many Shishyas did he start with? 5, not hundreds and hundreds, you know. Sometimes we can feel, we don't have enough persons with us. We always say, yes, we want to have as many of you in Satsang, but it takes only one person to have Satsang. But still, the teaching must continue because these 5, when they learned, they also started spreading the knowledge. This is why this important institution, that is the Guru Shishya Parampara. So as we join in the next chant, I'll ask you to think about a few things. So just as a personal reflection, apart from your personal gurus, okay, those whom you consider and have accepted as gurus, I want you to think of how many gurus you know of from our dharmic world that you might have heard about in kathas, in yagyas, in satsang, you might have read about them. So just see if you can give a quick count mentally about how many you know of, and we will see this after we do the chant, okay? So in this chant, Shantaji is leading us and we are seeking darshan, that special vision, that special connection of the Guru. And we praise the Guru as the all-powerful Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu and Bhagwan Shiva. Brahma Ji, the one who is the cause of creation. As Bhagwan Vishnu, the one who is the supporter, the sustainer. And Bhagwan Shankar, Bhagwan Shiva, the one who is the transformer, the original transformer, not the transformer in the famous movie that many of these young persons like. So we praise the Guru as the savior of the fallen, the destroyer of ignorance, and the giver of knowledge. Our Gurudev, we join with Shantaji.
Our Gurudev, darshan dejo.
Our Gurudev, darshan dejo.
तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता,
तुम हो जगत विधाता,
शरण संरक्षक
ज्ञाननाशक शरण संरक्षक
आत्मा ज्ञान प्रदाता
आत्मा ज्ञान प्रदाता
तुम हो जगत की दाता
तुम हो जगत की दाता तुम हो जगत विधाता तुम हो जगत विधाता
तुम हो जगत की दाता तुम हो जगत की दाता
बोलिए गुरु जी महाराज की जय जय श्री राम. So did you think of how many gurus you are familiar with? On average, what's your count, those of you who are here? Plenty? What number is plenty? 5 or 10? How many of you here might, on average, might say you know about 5? 10? Yeah, so if you from all the kathas, you will see that, yeah, yes, major, 3 major ones the Kalaji is saying. So if you think about this, in our dharmic civilization, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gurus over time, and gurus all the time, okay? So our world is so rich with spiritual masters, with rishis, the gurus, the sants, the acharyas, in every form of discipline. Okay? So this is what I wanted to share with you, because there are different types of gurus. There are different categories of gurus, and if you look around, you will see, right, if you check, you will see and you can identify in your own life for yourself. The Skanda Purana describes 7 types of gurus, and there are others that describe up to 11. Prerak, Suchak, Vachak, Darshak, Bodhak, Shikshak, Nishidhak. These are the different types described in the Skanda Purana, who teach or who mentor in various types of disciplines. So it can be mother, father, or different types of teachers and mentors or elders, and they can be a combination of some of these. So I thought this would be very interesting for you to also know. Now, while we are chanting the next kirtan, there's another thing I want you to think about, all right? Who can be a guru? Okay, I want you to think of this. Who do you think can be a guru? And who can be a shishya, a student? What is the qualification for both, you know? So we'll reflect on this a little as we praise the one who is Jagat Guru. Earlier I said we start from our own gurus, but if you follow the line all the way up to Bhagwan. So in this we are praising Bhagwan Krishna as the teacher of the world, Jagat Guru, because he has given us this great book of knowledge, this Shastra, that is the Bhagavad Gita. And it is the essence of all the Vedanta philosophy. We praise that Jagat Guru, who is the protector of the sons and the beloved of Radha. And very beautifully written, he is the protector of good people. So if you want to have Bhagwan's protection, you have to be what? Good people. And we've spoken about this. Our word is Sajjan. Sajjan, be a good person. This is what keeping the bhav is about. So we join with Krishna ji. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. You can follow in the book, those of you in the mandir, and the lyrics on screen for those at home.
Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru.
Krishnam Vande Jagat
Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Bolo Jai 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 Hari Sri Krishna.
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 Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Devaki Tanayam Yashoda Balam.
Devaki Tanayam Yashoda Balam.
Devaki Tanayam Yashoda Balam.
Devaki Tanayam Yashoda Balam.
Maya Vilolam Manasachoram.
Maya Vilolam Manasachoram.
Maya Vilolam Manasachoram.
Maya Vilolam Manasachoram.
Bolo Jai 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 Hari Sri Krishna.
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 Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Vedanta Saram Gitoparesham.
Vedanta Saram Gitopanesham.
Vedanta Saram Gitoparesham.
Vedanta Saram Gitopanesham.
Gitoparesham. Gitoparesham.
Gitopanesham. Gitopanesham.
Purnavataram Krishna Gopalam.
Purnavataram Krishna Gopalam.
Purnavataram Krishna Gopalam.
Purnavataram Krishna Gopalam.
Sadhu Samrakshaka Radhe Gopalam.
Sadhu Samrakshaka Radhe Gopalam.
Bolo Jai 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 Hari Sri Krishna.
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 Radhe Shri Krishna Gopi Shri 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 Krishna.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
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 बोलिए श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय जय श्री कृष्ण.
Jai
So before the chant, the reflection was to think about who can be a guru and who can be a shishya, a student. Any quick answers for me? Those of you here? Anybody. I know that we're going to get answers. Anybody, anyone. So now I asked you, yes, qualification, right? That's what Cyril was going to say. I asked you to think about this Guru Shishya qualification because I want you to see something very closely. Our civilization, it clearly demonstrates through many examples, some of which you might know, that there is no discrimination when it comes to who can teach the Shastra and who can receive the Shastra, receive the knowledge, who can impart the knowledge and who can receive the knowledge. So there's no discrimination. So I'm starting first. I don't know if you've heard of Ashtavakra Gita. Ashtavakra, the one who is differently abled. Ashta means 8, Vakra means 8 broken or bent limbs. He is teaching the king. He is teaching Raja Janak. Ashtavakra is teaching Janak, the one who is differently abled. Right in Sri Ramcharitmanas or Ramayana, Sri Ram teaches Shabari. Bhagwan himself is teaching the woman who describes herself as Adhama, Adhama, Adhama Tinari, the lowest of the low. Bhagwan himself is teaching. In the Kathopanishad, the great god of death, Yamaraj, Yamaraj, he is teaching the child Nachiketas. Again, in Upanishad, in Taittiriya Upanishad, Brigurvai Varunihi Varunam Pitaram Upassasara. Brigu, the father, is teaching the son, Varuna. Jijabai and Shivaji. Read about these, these persons. The mother is teaching the unborn child. Yagyavalkya and Gargi. The husband is teaching the wife. Well, I am not stopping there. Ratnavali and Tulsidas. The wife was responsible for the awakening of the husband. Rishi Angiras and Shaunaka. The Rishi is teaching the great Grihasti, the householder. Shaunaka, in Mundaka Upanishad, many of these are there. Shaunako Havai Mahashalungirasam Vidhi Vadhu Prasanna Prapacha Kasminu Bhagavo Vijñate Sarvam Idam Vijñatam Bhavatiti. And I'm sharing this lesson when we talk about qualification. So it is asked, what is that? See the kinds of questions. Which having been known, all this, everything becomes known. What kind of question is that? And are you ready to receive the answer to that question? In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. In that time, friend to friend. Kak Bhushundi, yes, Sira, I'm now mentioning this one. Kak Bhushundi to Garud. The eagle is teaching, right? No. The vulture is teaching the eagle, Garud. So you see, branding and classifying who is adhamma and incompetent and not capable and not deserving, who is uttama, who is the higher one. It's a very dangerous thing, and we have to be very wary of this type of destructive practice, because our dharma teaches us and shows us otherwise. And we can cite many more examples like these. I just thought I'll pick out these because they were very powerful, productive relationships. And why was that so? Because both the guru and the shishya were qualified. They were disciplined and they were sincere. So we'll pick up on this very point of qualification after our next bhajan, which the Kalyaji is going to lead us in. And in this bhajan, Guru Charanana Manapayode, it is urging the mind to focus on the feet of the Guru. Very beautifully it says, there's no need to go to all the various Tirat sites, to all the sacred places of pilgrimage, because you can find that right at the Guru's feet. So we join with the Kalyaji for this bhajan.
Guru Charanana Manapayo Re, Guru Charanana Manapayo, Guru Charanana Manapayo Re, चरणन मन पायो
गुरु चरणन मन पायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो
घटहि में गंगा घटहि में जमुना
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 घटहि में हरि दर्शायो रे घटहि में हरि दर्शायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो
गुरु चरणन मन पायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो
ना जाओ गोकुल ना जाओ मथुरा
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 घटहि में सबहि समायो रे घटहि में सबहि समायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो गुरु चरणन मन पायो रे
गुरु चरणन मन पायो
सूर श्याम ने बिना बोले
सूर श्याम ने पिया बोले
सूर श्याम ने बिना बोले
सूर श्याम ने पिया बोले
मन ये मन समायो रे मन ये मन समायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो गुरु चरणन मन पायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो गुरु चरणन मन पायो रे गुरु चरणन मन पायो
बोलिए गुरु जी महाराज की जय जय श्री राम. So just before the bhajan, we were looking at the qualification that both guru and shishya should have. And in the Mundaka Upanishad, there's a very beautiful instruction about this. Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva bhigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. For acquiring, now in this of course it's speaking about the spiritual knowledge, self-knowledge. But if you think of any type of knowledge, whether it's academic, your skills, your talents, whatever it may be, for being successful in pursuit of that knowledge or that skill, the seeker, the student, should go with the samit panihi. Panihi means in the hand, samit means the twigs, that which we use for the havan. And why is this reference? It's because long ago, if you think of the ashrams, the Gurukul used to be where? In the city. Where would the Gurukul be? In the deep, not in near, some near part of the forest, deep in the jungle. Very deep in the forest. So to get to there, you also had to make effort. So whenever students would go there, they were given a special task to go and harvest the samit, the twigs, special twigs needed for the havan, for their initiation. And they had to go and look in this forest. And you know, the guru might put something extra to give an extra test, like a certain Guruji we have in the Kendra, yeah. So, and you had to harvest this and come to show your readiness, to show your commitment, and only then. Now the teacher Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. The teacher has to be well versed in that particular discipline. Here it says well versed in the Vedas and conscious, absorbed in Brahman, because it's speaking of the spiritual teacher here. But you think of any teacher, you want to learn how to be an astronaut, come to Gita Ji. You want to know how to cook, go by Shanta. If you want to learn that skill, if you want to be a skilled surgeon, where will you go?
Shami.
Professor Narayan Singh is here with us. So you go, you choose the one who has the skill and the ability and the capability to guide you. So Guru Purnima, it serves in two ways: to remind the student of his or her own commitment, as well as the Guru of his or her own commitment, and there's the renewal of this and that continuous drive to teach and to learn. It's a day for committing to teaching and learning. And if we are not qualified, the same Mundaka Upanishad says, Andhe naiva niyamana yathandaha, like the blind leading the blind. I mean, even they might be better able, because they can help each other. So let us not shortchange ourselves, whether we are student or whether we are guru. So I'm sharing one more, something we're very familiar with before we close off our satsang. And it's a wonderful indicator of the esteemed position the Guru holds. And this is from a Shastra that we are all familiar with, the Ramcharitmanas, Ramayana. One would think that Ramayana, the first chaupai, should be about Bhagwan Sri Ram. Isn't that so? Because it is Ramayana after all. No. It starts, Bandau Guru Pada Paruma Paraga Suruchi Suvasa Sarasa Anuraga Ammi Amuri Maya Chura Nacharu Samana Sakala Bhava Ruja Parivaru. I remember when we were students and training in the Kendra some 30 years ago, Raviji took about 3 months to just do this one verse with us, because it's full of so much and so many values embedded in it. So Tulsidas Baba starts first not praising Sri Ram or Sita Mata, but the Guru and the Samaj, the Guru and the Sabha, the Guru and the students, the followers. And it says, I greet not just the dust, the pollen like dust, the parag of my Guru's lotus feet. And this dust, it is sparkling, radiant, and it is fragrant. It is full of love. It is anurag, attractive. I don't know if any dust like that is like that. When you think around, this is the dust of the Guru's feet. It's like a love powder, so beautiful. It's life-giving, and it rids us of all terrible things. And what is pollen? What does pollen do? What's the role of pollen? It ensures continuity. It ensures productivity. Without plants, you won't have the production of seeds and fruits. So it makes a species flourish. So Tulsidas Baba starts Bandau Guru Para Paduma Padaga. And he has just said the same thing before. Because Sumiran, when we chant this Sumiran, it ends with Bandau Guru Para Kanj Kripa Sindhu Nara Rupa Hari Maha Mohatama Punj Jasu Vachana Ravikara Nikara. He just praised the Guru. In the very next line again, he's again praising the Guru and bowing to the Guru's lotus feet. So, the second set of chaupais, he's ready to now praise Bhagwan Shri Ram. Okay? Guru para Raja Mridu Manjula Anjan Nayana Amiyadriga Dosha Bhanjan. How many verses we saw on the Guru so far? In the Sumiran, Bandau Guru, right after Bandau Guru again. And the second set of Chaupai starts what? Guru Para Raja. Again he praises the dust of the Guru's feet as soft and delightful. You know, when you have balm, if you have a pain or a bruise or something, you put the balm to soothe those wounds, and talks about kajal. Why would you put kajal in the eyes? It's originally medicine for the eyes. It was not cosmetic, you know. So very beautifully, Tulsidas Baba himself shows us about the importance of the Guru in our lives, someone to mentor and to guide us. Now, before closing, I'll cite a very simple example. You know, every piece of equipment, when you purchase it, anything that you purchase, fridge, stove, the computer, the whatever, the PA system and all of that, it comes with a manual. Isn't that so? I bought something the other day and I needed someone to help me interpret the manual, right? It comes with a manual so that you will know how to use that equipment, correct? It gives you all the do's and don'ts, all the guidelines. So everyone has lost focus on me right now. Please be very good students and look this way, all right? Because this is important. So, the equipment, we have the greatest piece of equipment. Isn't that so? Just think of the human mind alone. Think of your life. Think of this body. It's the greatest piece of equipment. Do you have the manual to know how to use this? Our tradition has provided many manuals. Whether we are accessing those manuals, or we have someone, like how I needed someone to interpret the manual for me the other day, and I still couldn't figure out what to do, you know, so we need help. We can say the knowledge is there in the books and all of that. We don't need a guru, we don't need someone to teach us or to show us. If that was the case, why send children to school even? You know? So we need someone to interpret and to guide. And we have seen clearly that could be any person and anyone. So many wonderful examples we have seen this morning about this wonderful tradition. And you see, as qualified as Raja Dasarath, Rani Kaushalya was, even Bhagwan Krishna went to Gurukul. Sri Ram and his brothers, they were sent to Gurukul, although their parents were so able and so capable, because it's an important experience to have, and it's very important to have such a person in our lives. So before we have our Guru Puja, someone shared this with me yesterday, and I remembered it actually from a few years ago, so I thought I will read it for you this morning. It's about the teacher and the guru. All right, of course they are talking about the teacher in the academic, in the secular sense, and the guru for the spiritual teaching. So the teacher takes responsibility for your growth. The guru makes you responsible for your growth. The teacher answers your questions. The guru questions your answers. The teacher gives you things you don't have and require. The guru takes away things you have and don't require. The teacher helps you to get out of life's maze. The guru destroys the maze completely. The teacher prepares you for the outer journey. The guru prepares you for the inner journey. The teacher guides you on the road to success. The guru guides you on the road to freedom. The teacher explains the world and its nature to you. the Guru explains yourself and your nature to you. The teacher might give you info and it may boost your ego. The Guru gives you knowledge to puncture that ego. The teacher instructs you, but the Guru constructs you. Simple, simple lines, very beautiful and very profound. There's always so much to share because we have such a, as I said, a rich and vast tradition of gurus and learning and teaching. But we'll stop here for this morning. Boliye Guruji Maharaj ki Jai. And we've done the Guru Paduka Puja. We now will join in very beautiful bhajan. Before we will stand for the Aarti, we are going to do Guru Puja for our dear. A couple days ago, and just a few of us were here with him. I'm happy some more persons are here this morning to celebrate with Raviji. We are so grateful for his presence. We are so grateful for all that he has taught to us, and he continues to teach us non-stop. Every time I talk to Raviji, there's an idea. You know, there's something that he's creating, something that he's thinking about. So these children will do the Guru Puja, and then anyone who wants to come and do Aarti after, you can please come while the bhajan is going on. So, blessed happy birthday, Shubh Janmadin to our dear Raviji, and we surrender Pailagi to the feet of our Guru Pita and our Guru Mata. Guru Ji ki charanon mein.
Guru Ji ki charanon mein शीश को झुकाओ, जन्म जन्म की भाग्य फल को पाओ। गुरु जी की चरणों में शीश को झुकाओ, जन्म जन्म की भाग्य फल को पाओ। गुरु जी की चरणों में लागे मोह माया, तब हो जगत की दया सिंधु। गुरु जी को चरण जाओ, लागे मोह माया, तब हो जगत की दया सिंधु। गुरु जी को चरण जाओ, दया सिंधु। गुरु जी को चरण जाओ। गुरु जी की चरणों में शीश को झुकाओ, जन्म जन्म की भाग्य फल को पाओ। गुरु जी के चरणों में भटकता रहा हूँ मैं, युग युग से स्वामी मिले ज्ञान आंखें, हरि दर्श पाओ। भटकता रहा हूँ मैं, युग युग से स्वामी मिले ज्ञान आंखें, हरि दर्श पाओ। मिले ज्ञान आंखें, हरि दर्श पाओ। गुरु जी के चरणों में शीश को झुकाओ, जन्म जन्म की भाग्य फल को पाओ गुरु जी के चरणों में। काम क्रोध मद लोभा शत्रु है भारी, गुरु ज्ञान खंग से मार भगाओ। काम क्रोध मद लोभा शत्रु है भारी, गुरु ज्ञान खंग से मार भगाओ। गुरु ज्ञान खंग से मार भगाओ। गुरु जी के चरणों में शीश को झुकाओ। जन्म जन्म के भाग्य फल को पाओ गुरु जी के चरणों में।
We'll stand for closing Arti one time and we'll continue with the Guru Puja and also Arti for a Devasthan. So continue chanting and singing. We can do the Mohilagi Lagan Guru Charananaki as it's the morning for Guru.
मोहे लागी लगन गुरु चरणन की, मोहे लागी लगन गुरु चरणन की। ओ मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। चरण बिना मुझे कुछ नहीं भावे, चरण बिना मुझे कुछ नहीं भावे। चरण बिना मुझे कुछ नहीं भावे, चरण बिना मुझे कुछ नहीं भावे। झूठी माया सब सपनन की, झूठी माया सब सपनन की। ओ मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, ओ मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। भव सागर सब सुख गया है, भव सागर सब सुख गया है। भव सागर सब सुख गया है, भव सागर सब सुख गया है। फिकर नहीं मुझे तरनन की, ओ मोहे फिकर नहीं मुझे तरनन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, ओ मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर, मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर। मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर, मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर। असवहि गुरु शरणन की, मोहे असवहि गुरु शरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, ओ मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की।
O Har Har Mahadev Gange Kashi Vishwanath Shambho.
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो।
हर हर महादेव गंगे काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो।
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो।
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे,
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे,
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे।
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो।
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो।
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो।
काशी विश्वनाथ हर हर महादेव गंगे काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे ओ
हर हर महादेव गंगे
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे
ओ हर हर महादेव गंगे
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो
काशी विश्वनाथ शंभो
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
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 राम राम राम जय जय राम बोलो
राम 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 जय जय राम
बोलो राम 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 जय जय राम बोलो
राम 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 जय जय राम
बोलो राम 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 जय जय राम बोलो
राम 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 जय जय राम
बोलो राम 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 जय जय राम बोलो राम
राम राम जय जय राम
बोलो जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
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 रघुपति राघव राजा रामा
रघुपति राघव राजा रामा
पतित पावन सीता रामा
पतित पावन सीता रामा
रघुपति राघव राजा रामा
रघुपति राघव राजा रामा
पतित पावन सीता रामा
पतित पावन सीता रामा
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
बोलो जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी
मंगल भवन मंगल हारी
प्रभु तो दशरथ चिर विहारी
प्रभु सुदशरथ अजुर विहारी
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी
हारी
प्रभु तो दशरथ चिर विहारी
प्रभु सुदशरथ अजुर विहारी
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम बोलो
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे
We join in closing mantras. Everyone where you are, be focused on the chanting of the mantras. As we close our satsang, we pray for everyone and everything. Om Durjano Sajano Bhuyat Sajana Shanti Mapnuyat Shanto Mucheta Bandhebhyo Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Swasti Prajabhyam Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shobhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam mama deva deva. Om Dhyau Shantirantarikshamum Shanti Prithvi Shantirapaha Shantir Aushadhaya Shantir Vanaspataya Shantir Vishve Deva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagum Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredhi. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Where you are, you do the Jaga Pranam. We offer salutations to the entire creation. Siya Ram main sab jag jani, karau pranam jo nij pani. Siya Ram main sab jag jani, karau pranam jo nij pani. Jai Shri Ram. Boliye Gajanan Swami ki, Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki, Umapati Mahadev ki, Jagadambe Mata ki, Pavanasuta Hanuman ki, Siyapati Ramachandra ki, Goswami Tulsidas ki, Guruji Maharaj ki, Trinidad or Tobago Desh ki, Boliye Sri Satya Sanatana Dharma ki, Jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Please take your seats, everyone. So this is the end of another beautiful morning of Satsang, very rainy morning. I hope when you are going back home, I understand there's some flood coming up, and Praveshji, he came in, he said, I'll need a boat to get back home. I hope that is not so, Praveshji, but please be careful as you are moving around and going about today, and try to stay safe from all the rainfall. Now, as we close Satsang, just a couple announcements. This morning, I want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Balmati Bidesi from Michigan, who is visiting us here in the Mandir this morning, and she views our Satsang. She's an associate director at Novo Nordisk Pharmaceutical. And this morning, she came to do a special offering, and we extend congratulations to you, Dr. Bidesi, on just being accepted as a professor at Columbia University. So we're very happy, and we celebrate your achievement, and thank you for the support you have been giving to our work. So those of you who view us from many places across the world, whenever you do come to Trinidad, make sure you come and visit us here at the Kendra. It should be top. The first thing you have to do when you get home and you are settled with your family and you meet everyone, I must make a visit to the Hindu Prachaar Kendra, especially if you have been following our Satsang. We love to have you here. So we have, of course, the Tulsidas Jayanti that's coming up soon, and next week we'll make some special announcements as well concerning our Pitri Paksha. So there are some special programs being planned for that, and it's of course looking at how all of these calendar occasions can continue to serve us and teach us. So there are some innovations that will be taking place, as is our tradition here at the Hindu Prachaar Kendra. So we'll give you some more information about that next week. And of course, the Tulsidas Jayanti, Sri Krishna Janamashtami, Raksha Bandhan, I think over the next month, all of these occasions will be coming up. So thank you very much for joining us. Oh, I just remembered our dear Ganga ki beti, her birthday, our Ganga Day, Nurse Rasan Bhawan Singh, she also has the same birthday with Raviji. And I know you view us every week, Satsang. She's a few years ahead of Raviji. We won't say how many years, but a very blessed, happy birthday to you. Very, very dedicated community worker. Although she's in her 80s, she's busy always helping people who have medical issues and so on. And this is what being the good person is about. All of us, we must be good people, the best people that we can be. Thank you all for joining us. Have a blessed, safe, productive week, and we'll see you all again on Sunday morning. Namaskar.